on our way to Mountaineer Trailer in Vienna, West Virginia to get this axle looked at. In this video, we're headed to Mountaineer Trailers in West Virginia to hang out with my buddy Nathan. I've noticed some odd tire wear, and to be honest, I'm way overdue for that 10,000 mile bearing service. So in this episode, we're diving deep into trailer hub maintenance. Nathan's going to walk us through everything you need to know to keep your bearings and your trailer rolling smooth. Along the way, we'll uncover a few issues I didn't even know I had. It's going to be a super informative day, so buckle up. And if your trailer's due for service, give Nathan a shout. Just don't forget to tell him I sent you. Tell me a little bit about the business. What do you guys do?
Sure.
Obviously you service trailers, but you also sell them?
We've been in business since 2014. Started really small. Just started as a hobby more than anything, but we've been blessed and just keep growing year after year. But we sell mostly open trailers, dump trailers, enclosed trailers. We do buy and sell used RVs now. We're no longer a new OEM dealer for RVs, but we rent trailers. We have dump trailers and enclosed trailers and open trailers that we rent as well. So, and then we do full service. So
you're located in Vienna, West Virginia. You service the Mid-Ohio Valley, Parkersburg, Marietta, and beyond.
Locally, yes. Yeah. We sell, this year we've sold trailers all the way to Alaska to Puerto Rico. So.
Oh, wow.
Our Diamond C's, our flagship line, out of Mount Pleasant, Texas, but they have become hugely popular, and like I said, we've shipped all the way to Alaska this year. That's our farthest trailer we've sold since been in business, so it's pretty neat.
That's awesome. So we're doing this intro a little bit backwards. We already did all the work on the trailer. I should say Nathan did the work. So we're a little sweaty and tired here at the end of the day, but I'm gonna roll all the footage from the work we did on the trailer. Enjoy.
We'll have some play in your wheel.
Yeah.
They're definitely worn more on the outside than the inside. I'm sorry, more on the inside than the outside. I would just keep an eye on them. Yeah, you might get 5,000–10,000 more miles out of them.
Gotcha.
But I would definitely keep an eye on the inside here. You don't want to see any steel showing, or but your sidewalls and all that, since you've kept it out of the sun, I don't see any cracking. I mean, lots of times you'll see weather cracking around here. Yep. The age of the tire, you'll find your DOT numbers. So this was built the year 2021, week 34.
Gotcha.
So those tires are 4 years old or so. We're going to take the actual brake drum off, and we'll look inside the brakes, make sure there's no major cracking or any pieces of the brake shoe that's broke off in there. And then we'll look at the magnet as well, make sure it's not unevenly worn. You also will inspect the inside of the brake drum as well to make sure it doesn't have any large grooves or anything in it. This is the most critical part, is the bracket's actually welded on square.
I've always wondered about that wire too. It seems awfully close to the inside of the wheel. The inside of the tire, rather.
It looks like it's rubbed some.
Yeah, maybe I should put another clip on it.
Another clip would probably be suggested. I mean, from the factory, they've put 2 on it. Looks like it probably would be best to put 1 more clip in the middle.
Yeah.
Just to keep it from rubbing, but it's definitely rubbed some. Tires were the same on this one.
Yep.
Exactly the same. So these have the newer style retainer clips, is what holds your hub in place. As you can see, you got a grease fitting here, so it makes it a little easier to maintain.
I've heard that called a Zerk fitting.
It's a Zerk fitting, that's correct, yeah. A lot of the older axles will have a cotter pin that goes through. Like I said, this has the new retainer clip that Dexter uses, which is a little bit easier to service. big castle nut that holds the hub on. And there's a washer behind that. Just kind of a little tug and your washer will come off. It's also got the same flat spot on it that your retainer clip has. And then your inner bearing should fall out, or outer bearing, I'm sorry, should fall out. Just pull this off. So there's the inside of your brake drum.
So the shaking, was that because that castle nut is loose?
Correct. After a while, your castle nut will back, especially when you have all that grease and all that packed in there, the pressure. Once the grease starts coming out or gets used up and kind of gets runny, and the castle nut backs off just a little bit, you get a little bit of play in it that way. It has loosened up a little bit. I mean, you've got, with the way those retainer clips are, you know, when they clamp over that nut, you got a little bit of play anyway, so they can loosen up a little bit. But
and do you think that that's what contributed to the uneven wear on the tires?
It could have, absolutely.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of a wheel shake, but yours is definitely a little bit more on the inside, which if they're loose a little bit, your wheels could have been out just a tiny bit too. So let me go grab that part, so I'll be right back.
Take your time. I really do like this idea of putting a picture of what's in the drawer on the front of the drawer. That is a great idea.
Now you can see that one's starting to leak a little bit.
Okay.
You see the grease buildup on here? On the inside of your, so it hadn't gotten so far where it was a failure, but you're starting to get some, and that's grease. So good time to get it changed.
Good. So what would happen if that completely failed? It would just be a big mess? Or?
Yeah, so the rubber will get soft, or you'll get a tear in the rubber part of your, there's two lips there, and it'll just let the grease come out. And if it does a full failure, depending on how much grease you had in your cavity, you'll have grease all over the inside of your drum, all over your brakes. Makes a big mess. I mean, you can see your inner bearing there, but there's no way of really getting a good look at the ball bearings and stuff without actually taking it out. So we're going to take this is just standard seal puller, and pull the seal out. Whoops, that one came out good. So this is your inner bearing, so we'll inspect it, inspect the race, and get them ready to repack. I don't see any metal flakes or anything in there. Your bearings feel still pretty good. There's a lot of play or anything in them. Make sure there's no grooves or anything crazy with them, but you can see that shiny piece in there now, maybe, right here?
Yep.
So that's what your bearing sits down in and runs on. So those press in your drums. Yours is smooth as glass, so it's good.
Good.
No need to change those. So the bearings will only go in, they're cone shaped, so they always go toward the inside of the, like your back ones would go down. You can see the wider part will be on the outside. It's always the skinny part goes in the cone. I'm going to put the new wheel seal in. You basically want to put even pressure on it whenever they go back in, so it goes straight back in. That's it. Do reverse order how we took it off. We'll clean the bearing up, put the bearing back in. So I usually tighten them up. And then I back it off a quarter turn. You can see the new green grease coming out with the old red grease. So we're about where we need to be. So when you're servicing it, just putting grease in between periodically, all you have to do, like so this will be on, all you do is take your rubber cap off and it gives you access to your grease zerk.
Gotcha.
You don't have to take this part off at all. Very important piece because it keeps all the dirt and the water out of your bearings. Yours is in good shape. But any type of grease gun, but the main thing is just get the proper grease. And that's the biggest, people will make the biggest mistake putting the wrong type of grease in it. It just gets hot and runs out, and bearing failure.
Lithium high temperature.
High temperature bearing grease. Yep.
So we found a broken wire on the brakes. We're fixing that now. Nathan's fixing it. I'm just watching.
There's no springs or anything on this. It's a torsion axle, so it has a rubber band inside that. Right there is where that runs your, basically takes your shock absorber instead of having leaf springs in the traditional. So those just bolt directly to the frame. So that's good. So electrically we're good. So you're right at 49.5. So get the most tire life out of it is keep them properly inflated. Yeah, your spare's got 27 pounds in it. So.
That's the sound of salty roads right there.
Have you seen what a water broom is? So I use some here all the time. Roby makes a pretty nice one, but this
that's nice.
Will flip up. So if you want to do underneath, so it just rolls under. You can get all underneath your whatever you're washing. Really easy and really nice. It does 3 jets. This one's designed for just a Roby 2,000 pound electric washer, but they make all different sizes and shapes for bigger stuff.
So it's got just your standard quick disconnect on there?
Just a quick disconnect. Yep. And you can actually buy extensions too if you need longer ones to get all the way to the center of your trailer.
That is pretty sweet.
So it's good. I mean, it's useful. We use it to wash the floors in here, but it's also great to get under your undercarriage. Works really well.
Excellent.
So like our rental trailers, when they come in, we rent a lot of trailers in the wintertime, especially our enclosed trailers. We do that every time it comes back in because it's just, the longer you leave that salt on the frame, the more chance it's got to eat it up. So a little bit of maintenance, whenever it comes back in, it makes it last a whole lot longer.
You use that on the Jeep too?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Huge thanks to Nathan for letting me film while he worked on the Teardrop. It's rare to find that kind of honest, old school customer service, and every customer gets the same treatment. I saw it with my own eyes. If your camper needs service, give Nathan a call or visit their website. The link's in the description. If you learned something or just enjoyed the video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button. Want to support the channel? You can send some caffeinated love at buymeacoffee.com/nowherebound. And a big thanks to our Patreon crew. You help keep the wheels turning. The camper's ready to roll, so stay tuned. We will see you nowhere soon. Take care, be kind, and get outside.